And today on Have a Knife Day, if we're not at knife shows showing you new makers, we're over at Brick and Mortars, because it's always nice to support a brick and mortar because we actually get to see and handle the knives we've been looking at on the internet. So with that in mind, last year around this time, it's July, so last July, I decided to purchase myself a Medford knife. And I came over here to the Fowler Gun Room and put in an order, and well, gee whiz, it came in today. So we're gonna see what they have for sale, for one thing, and then we're gonna look at the Medford knife that we purchased. And also, since Medford is a prior service Marine Corps, we're here to support a veteran-owned business. So hang right in, we'll be right back. So as we wait for Joe, we're gonna go ahead and check out what they have available here at the Fowler Gun Room. So these are his selection of Medfords, and he'll go more in depth with those later on. So Medfords, Hogue, Browning, Cold Steel, SOG, that's a Seal Pup Elite, Tomahawks, the Tellus FX, this is my first time actually seeing those, an Aegis AT, Gerber Multiplier, a company called True, they're supporting the DAV, the beautiful, as always, Zero Tolerance, down to Kershaw, some CRKT, and then over here to Benchmade. Now check out that Benchmade right there. That is the SOCP fixed blade. Amazing stuff. There's an Adamas fixed and more from True. So there you go. So that's what you can actually come here and handle. And of course, looking's great, but buying's better. And next we're going to be talking to the owner of the Fowler Gun Room, and we're going to be going over the knife that I bought. We'll be right back.
Hello everyone, my name is Joe Dominguez. I'm with the Fowler Sporting Goods, Fowler Gun Room. We also are on Instagram and on Facebook. Follow us there, turn on your notifications. You'll see brand new stuff every single day. Today we're going to be highlighting Medford. Medford knives are a custom knife out of Arizona. Today is a special day for one of our clients who just received a knife that came in. It's called the Fighter. And this is how this knife comes in. Everything is authenticated with a certificate of authenticity. It'll give you all the dimensions, specs, blade steel, the works. Come with a nice pouch to carry the knife in when you're stocking it. This one comes with a leather sheath, a lanyard. This one has the green handle on the Fighter knife with the black anodized blade. We're going to be careful so that we don't cut the leather on the way out. And that took almost a year to receive. It's a beautiful knife. If you're a collector of fine blades, you're going to love this knife. Put that back in the leather sheath carefully so we don't cut this leather on the way in. And we also got in a beautiful collection for the store. As you can see, sitting here in the showcase. It's already been opened for me. And I am also not only just a dealer, but I carry my own. This is a titanium Praetorian, custom built for me. It is one of a kind. That's what I love about Medford. I'm going to start down here on the far left of my left with the Fighter flipper. Some of the colors get away from me, so I'm just going to briefly just show you how beautiful a knife can look. how well made they are. So this is resembling a fighter flipper or a Kabar built by Medford.
Just so y'all know, everything is first 10% off today.
I'm gonna skip and jump over to one of my favorites. I also own an emboulet myself. As I've been told, these have now been sunsetted. So when you find an emboulet like this, jump on it because you won't see them anymore.
I mean, it's a good day to buy a gun. We encourage it.
And then this is a little design that they do called Falling Leaf. This is another beautiful knife. And I don't want to keep taking them all out for you because it'll take us all day long to do that, but feel free to come on down. Follow us on Instagram again. Turn on your notifications. When I post new items, you'll see it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. We're going to take the knife home and look at it on the table. And as always, have a knife day.
Beautiful.
And welcome back to the Have a Knife Day table. We want to thank Joe and the Fowler Gun Room for going on this voyage with us. This knife was ordered in the latter part of July of last year. And this is the 4th of July, 2023, just to let you know if you see this in the future. So we got this on the 3rd of July. So it was 11 months and change that it took for us to get this knife. Now, one thing we want to let you know is that I do my best to support brick and mortar knife stores because it's always nice to be able to handle something before you purchase it. I want to really support American-made knives. I do buy knives from other countries, but I do try my darndest to purchase knives from American companies and also to support veteran-owned businesses. I'm a veteran and I support veterans. And Brother Medford is a Marine Corps brother from another mother. He's from a different branch, but we're on the same tree of freedom. There you go. So on this dog tag here, it says warranted forever in new or used original condition. So don't get crazy in your modification of the blade because you could inadvertently end up voiding your warranty. So as far as military history goes, I think that one of the quintessential American knives would be the Kabar, the utility knife. And I own quite a few. I brought two out from my collection. This is a recent purchase. This is the Kabar Red Spacer Dog's Head utility knife, and an aftermarket sheath, of course. So there's this, and you can see the differences here. Set this sharp little kid over here. And this is something I purchased from, this is a Spartan Blades Kabar collaboration. And this is their tribute to the Kabar, done in, what is it, Magna Cut. That's right, done in Magna Cut. You know, all of a sudden I just need to make a little bit of room here. Sorry about that knife hand. And there is that. Hey. So please do check out the other videos of the Kabar collection. And gee whiz, if it just doesn't keep on growing. So the sheath on this is magnificent. The stitching, the quality, the thickness of the leather, the whole 9 yards. This is where the belt goes through. They do have some lanyards here. You can tie it off on your leg if you so desire. And also wrap this around the knife to secure it. If you're gonna go jump out of an airplane while in flight, etc., it's important to make sure that you secure all of your gear. This would be included. And here you go. Now for me, I do wish this was a little bit lower, but that's just my particularness. Who knows? So this might go over to Micah at Black Bear Custom Kydex, and I might get a aftermarket Kydex sheath with it, just because of the way I prefer to carry my knives. But here is the close-up on this. Now, the beautiful history of the Kabar, and you look at the attention to detail on this, the depth of the fuller, how nicely done, no sharp edges on that. And this is by far thicker than your standard K-bars, of course. One of the things I enjoyed learning about K-bars is I'm going to akin it more like to militaria and trench art, because the leather stacked handles. The weather of the Pacific campaign that the Marines and the Army and the Navy were doing at that time were hell on the stacked leather. So you would find that service members in their downtime, going from conflict zone to conflict zone, or when they ever had downtime, is that when the leather stacked handles gave out, they found a local, if it was aluminum or maybe some micarta or something like that, they would rehandle the Kabar knives. So this is more of a tribute to, if we had modern materials, what would I do with a Kabar? And we see that here with this rubberized handle. And over there, we have the leather stacked, and those are rubber O-rings to add to the tactileness. But I have to really appreciate the fact of this right here, because this knife handle sits into your hand and it's comfortable. It's very ergonomic. Bravo. Fantastic job. I mean, yeah, this is comfortable. But this little notch here, it's really fantastic. And still we have the nod to the crossguard. We see the very accentuated crossbar of this one. And of course down to the more traditional. The other, the standard K-bars, and I apologize now, I'd have to go digging through my collection to go and retrieve one of my original to me K-bars, modern K-bar. But the crossguard is definitely a little bit of a thicker stock, and all this does is make sure that your hand doesn't run up onto the cutting surface as you use it. But this is fantastic. And here's your Medford M and the USMC. So I called them up and I said, hey, big favor, could you not put USC on there? Because I'm, of course, U.S. Army. And they said, no, we can't. It has to have USMC on it. And I'm okay with that. Everybody's proud of their own school, of course. So let's see what else came in the box. So we have this here. Oh, there he is himself. Greg Medford. So you have this, of course. Hey there, buy my knives. There you go. Thanks, Greg. Thank you so much. You have a birth certificate. Certification of creation, June 30th, 2023. And on the back here, we have model. This is the fighter. The steel is S35BN. It has a PVD STD. The handle is G10 green. The sheath is leather. The hardware is PVD. The clip is no. And of course I got this from the Fowler Gun Room. So there you go. There's your little birth certificate right there. And then finally, we have a little morale patch. Let's pull this out. There you go. So we have a little Velcro morale patch. Medford anvil. A little M sticker. And of course, one of these, you put them on your window, you peel it off, and it stays on the outside of your vehicle's window, or maybe on a computer or what have you. This will be put back into this plastic bag and kept safely in a box. That's right. So there you go. So the question is, How many Kabars do you own? Do you just have Kabar? Do you have Ontario or any of the other companies that made the knives and famous in World War II, the utility knife? What do you think about this? I think it's fantastic. I cannot wait for the opportunity to carry this on my hip proudly and to share stories about the Marine Corps fighting knife made famous in World War II. Well, thank you so much for being here with us today, and just kind of like the completion of nearly a year saga. All right, my friends, please do remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing, it doesn't cost you anything. It really does help out the channel. I'm spending a lot of time, I'm doing my best to go to as many knife shows that I realistically can go to because I want you to be able to meet makers, meeting your maker as the series go, meet your maker, because out there's a maker who makes a knife that you don't even know that you love yet. And this one was mine. So thank you very much. And as always, happy 4th of July to you, my friends, and have a knife day.